Good afternoon. This is student meteorologist Chloe Knight, and we are here to tell you more about today's weather. We have beautiful, quiet skies over Doak Campbell Stadium. Love to see it. 67 degrees out. Perfect day to go out and enjoy some sunshine. I'm absolutely looking forward to these current temperatures we have and our future temperatures. It is going to be a warm-up because we have no storms. Love to see it, especially for the Tallahassee Half Marathon. And for today, we're going to be talking about our beautiful dry weather that we are seeing, and we're going to have quite a bit of a warm-up in the future. And we are going to touch on our Fierce Forces Friday. All and more at FSU Weather.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Friday's edition of FSU Weather. Right now, we've got Chloe here. It's the Chloe and Ainsley show for today, and it's pretty warm. We're finally out of all the dreariness, the cold fronts. It's feeling a little bit more like Florida, isn't it?
Yes, I am loving the sunshine, loving the beautiful day out. I'm looking out the window right now, and it's amazing, beautiful. I'm so excited to spend it outdoors.
We will be going outside after this, that's for sure. There's a little bit of a cookout thing I've heard that's downstairs, so I might go mooch off of that. I think it's with Fluid Dynamics. They're super sweet. They have cookouts every once in a while, but it's the perfect day for that.
Honestly, yes, 60s, my favorite type of weather, absolutely. Like, it's not too cold, not too hot, perfect running weather as well, as we have the Tallahassee Half Marathon coming up this weekend. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I feel like for me, what makes or breaks the 60s is what the dew point is, and we're gonna tease to you. You're gonna be showing us that in a little bit here with the local, but yeah, for sure, beautiful weather all around and just not a cloud in the sky. We've got the windows open in here. It's gorgeous. Hopefully it doesn't mess with the cameras and the lighting a little too much, but it's too beautiful not to have the windows open at this moment. And Chloe, you're going to tell us a little bit more on what's going on around Tallahassee.
Yes, absolutely. We have beautiful sunny skies, as I touched earlier, over Doak Campbell Stadium. Very comfortable temperatures. I love this kind of weather. I love it so much. 67 degrees out and sunny. My favorite thing ever. With our current temperatures in the 60s all across the board in the southeast. Love to see it. Even southern Georgia is getting some warmer weather. Very quiet skies. Love to see it. No storms. You can tuck that umbrella away. And we have very low rain temperatures for the next 7 days. It's just perfect time of year. I love it. Like, after this winter weather, I am just so happy to see this warm up. Unfortunately, we do have an extreme drought because of the low rain chances that we've been having. So make sure to not have any bonfires. Not great news for farmers, but that's okay. We'll get some maybe in the near future. For our 12-hour forecast, we're going to have a steady decline in temperatures down to 48. And for tonight, it is going to be a little cooler in the 40s. Make sure to bring a jacket if you are heading out of town tonight. And for tomorrow, it is going to be in the 60s. Perfect temperature for the weekend. I'm so excited to spend it outdoors. And for the rest of the week, we are hitting 70s, 77 Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sorry, let me get out of the way so you guys can see that. But 50s in your lows. Love to see it. So excited. Ainsley, tell us more about the weather in the southeast.
Yes, so it's gorgeous down here. It's pretty good everywhere else too. Tampa a little chilly, surprisingly chillier than us, 59 degrees. New Orleans 73, but everywhere else in the 60s. And it's gorgeous out. Get outside, watch this episode outside if you are watching right now. Even if you're watching us a little bit later tonight. 67 here in Tallahassee, and it gets just about as cool as 53 up in Charlotte, and then Tampa is kind of the odd one out here. But sun all around, all across the board. It is a big high pressure system that we're under, but we're a little bit dry, not too bad. It could definitely be a little bit worse. 42 in Tallahassee, probably the best you're going to get in conjunction with the temperature, but still some 30s as you get a little bit further north. 32 up in Atlanta. And looking at the skies right now, pretty clear. Just a couple of clouds off the coast that are building in, but for our area, we're not going to see much till a Monday when we could get a little bit more overcast, but this is a great weekend to go and get outside. If you're going to be in Birmingham, you're going to have those great outdoorsy chances. We're going to just crescendo into the weekend with our temperatures, but not getting too hot. 73 here. It's going to get as low as 29. That's about the only place you're going to see that's getting too far below freezing. We do have Charlotte. It's a little further north. They're going to get lows in the 20s, but they're a little bit further north than Birmingham. Charlotte, we're going to see it crescendo into 64. So still that warm up into the weekend, no matter where you're at. And here, we're also going to see that a little bit of mini crescendo here in these temperatures. 72 on Tuesday in New Orleans, and we're not going to get too low. It's going to be 42 for your lows. And last but not least, Nashville, we are going to see big temperature changes from 41 to 72. They're going to have a little bit of that peekaboo with sunshine and clouds here in the next couple of days, but lows staying still a little bit low because they're a little further north. Now Tampa, we're also going to see that warm up, sun all around. Tampa is the place to be. We're definitely going to see some good chances to get outside, especially at night. I loved that nighttime graphic. Tonight, we are going to dip down. It's going to cool off pretty quick, not pretty much because of those dew points, because we're a little bit dry here. Tomorrow, we're going to warm right back up. Sun all across the board. Love to see it. Little Rock, just a little bit of clouds for you there. Makes sense. It's in the name. We are going to pass it on over to Chloe. She's going to tell us a little bit more about what's going on in the rest of the nation.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to see quite a temperature gradient all across the board. In the north, we are hitting 30s all the way down to, or up to 70s over in New Orleans, 80s in Texas. That's a little warm for my taste, but good for them. They're getting some nice weather. We do have some severe thunderstorm watches and a freeze warning over in the Jacksonville area. Make sure to watch your 4Ps. Put a coat on your furry friend, make sure to bring your plants in and drip your pipes. And in the northeast, we have a winter storm warning and watch. Make sure to drip your pipes up there as well. It's going to be quite cold, quite chilly, gonna have a wintry mix, and this is reflected in our live radar. You see all of this winter storm warning over in our northeast. We have some scattered showers over in our west. Pretty dry temperatures, dry weather over in our southeast. And for in the future, it is going to be lot more growth in the northeast with our wintry weather. We have some storms over on the west coast. Make sure to bring your umbrella if you're heading out in town. And this is shown in our 72-hour rainfall forecast. You can see we have definitely a low pressure zone over in the west and the northeast as well. High pressure over in Tallahassee southeast area for our high pressure zone. That's why we are getting such warm temperatures outside, and this is reflected in our drought monitor. Because we've had no rain, we're hitting lots of oranges and reds in extreme drought, over yellows over in our west because we are getting some more rainfall. And for our temperature outlook, we are seeing much warmer temperatures. Excited to see it. Over in the Midwest, much warmer than expected, and not as much over in the northeast and the west. And for tonight's temperatures, it's going to be cooling quite down over in the southeast into the 40s. 9 degrees in Minneapolis and in Detroit. Make sure to bundle up. It is going to be quite chilly. And for tomorrow, it's going to warm right back up into the 60s over in Louisiana, Tallahassee, in the southeast. Still pretty chilly over in the north because of that winter weather we are seeing. Lots of wintry mix. Ainsley, why don't you tell us more about these fierce forces that are causing this wintry weather?
Yeah, so, it all began with a little bit of that snow event that we had last year. There was, if you remember right, a little bit of freezing rain and sleet mixed in with that before we got the snow. Now, what is it? We see a lot of different types of precipitation. Liquid raindrops, whether or not they freeze before they hit the ground, is basically what determines what we're going to get. So freezing rain is determined by the thickness of this cold layer that you see in something that we call soundings. That's what we look at a lot when we're going to be forecasting things. How thin or thick that layer is when we're looking at it, it's called a warm nose, is going to determine whether it's freezing rain or sleet, and they both create quite a little bit of hectic for transportation. Now, we're going to show you this graphic, kind of lay it out for you visually here. So, rain, pretty self-explanatory. It's going to come down in warmer air, fall to the ground as rain. Freezing rain, it's going to come down in mostly warm air with a little bit of cold and then freeze on contact when it gets in close to the ground. And then sleet is where it's going to be warm for a little bit but cold for most of the way to the ground, so it has time to refreeze. And that's where you could also get a little bit of what we call grapple, which is like little balled up pieces of snow as well. And then snow is also pretty self-explanatory. It's cold all the way down. And if you didn't know this, actually with rain, all rain starts as snow unless you are in the deep tropics and then melts before it hits the ground. But that's so high up that you actually don't even notice it. Now, we're going to take a look at what this can do to road conditions. Make sure to keep your steering wheel straight. Try not to brake and take your foot off the accelerator. That's about the best you can do. I have had experience with this. It's not fun. Really feels like there's no right answer. The best thing to do is just take preventative caution and make sure that when you're driving, you are going probably under the speed limit, a little egregiously slow. But here it is again, and you can see that you get all different types depending all on the temperatures. Now, we're going to take it on over to Chloe. She's going to tell you about something a little bit more fun. What is there to do in Tallahassee right now?
Oh my gosh, there is so much to do. We are seeing beautiful skies, zero clouds in the sky. If you'd like to head out, go for a walk, play some soccer, perfect conditions, very mild temperatures. If you'd like to travel this weekend, there are absolutely no delays, very mild weather. Love to see it all across the board. Tallahassee, Atlanta, Dallas, Los Angeles, perfect skies, a little bit of clouds in the sky, but no delays so far. Love to see it. If you are heading out to do some pickleball tonight, you are seeing very mild temperatures in the 60s. I might try it out. Who knows? I love pickleball, so that's always a fun activity to do. If you're hitting the town tonight, it's going to cool down just a bit to 48. Maybe grab just a light little cardigan or jacket on top of your cute outfit. I definitely will be. I'm so excited for it. If you are taking your dog out for a walk tomorrow morning, it is going to be a little cooler in the morning. I definitely recommend going maybe over at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., or 12 p.m. Definitely 50s is more comfortable weather for taking your dog out. And honestly, perfect conditions if you're going to your backyard to hop in the pool, tan. It's going to be mostly cloudy, 64. Can't beat it, honestly. Very comfortable temperatures. And if you would like to go to the beach, it's going to be a bit windy, wind at 11 miles per hour, but very sunny, temperatures in the 60s. Perfect conditions, love to see it. If you are going to embrace our school spirit, you're going to go and see our new basketball game that we're having this weekend. It's going to be mild temperatures for your walk over. Perfect conditions, honestly. I might invest my time in that as well. And here's a good little look at your weekday forecast. We're going to have a little bit of a warm-up over the weekend. Love to see it. Some clouds in the sky. Perfect conditions. Ainsley, what do you think about this weekday forecast?
Oh, I'm definitely taking any of the chances I can to get outdoors. Just look at it. It's going to be beautiful. If I can do my homework outside, I'll even do that for sure. What about you?
Yeah.
You got the marathon?
Oh, yes. I'm so excited. It's going to be a little cooler in the morning, so I'll grab a little jacket, but shed it off by the time we start racing.
That is perfect. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. And, I mean, do we have any outdoor events FSU-wise? Do you know? We should probably be a little more involved in
Probably. We just have basketball.
Yeah, too bad that's indoor. These are the nights. I went on a walk the other day in Apalachicola, and it was absolutely gorgeous. It was perfect weather for that as well. Any of the trails around Tallahassee, I definitely recommend. Do you have any favorite outdoor spots?
Absolutely. I really love the trails over, honestly, behind FSU. We have some trails, like, I call it frat trail because it, like, leads up to our frats, but I like to always go on a run over there. It's, like, perfect conditions, honestly.
I love that. Yeah, I think I've been on that trail once or twice to walk to, like, football games and stuff, but yeah, that's about as good as you can get inside of Tallahassee, and then, you know, if you want to get a little bit more scenic, you can go to the outskirts here, but yeah. Beautiful weather, love to talk about it. This week has been very dreary to start off with, and now we're finally getting rewarded on the back end here.
Yeah, absolutely. We were shoveling like ice off of our windshields this morning, and now we're seeing like 60-degree weather. This is great to see. I guess it's reflected because of how dry out it has been. It allows our temperatures to creep up a little faster and more suddenly.
Yeah, and then drop right back down at night. It's pretty good bonfire weather, but do be careful. Red flag warning throughout a lot of Florida. But for now, follow us on X at FSU Weather.
And like us on Facebook at FSU Weather.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather.
And subscribe to us on YouTube at FSU Weather.
And last but not least, follow us on TikTok at FSU Weather. And here is one last look at your 7 days ahead. It's beautiful.